Greetings and welcome back. Welcome back for another video. And today we're going to take a little cruise through Baltimore, Maryland, which as of July 25th has been ranked number 4 in one of the most dangerous places to live. But is it really? Oftentimes statistics may be off. Oftentimes statistics are used for propaganda and agendas. However, from my optics, as you will see in a brief moment, these statistics look pretty accurate. Now, there's crime, low to high, mild to the most heinous in many large cities. However, Baltimore, a particular part of Baltimore, is impoverished and in need of serious help as it relates to education, health, mental health, housing. So without further delay, let us continue, and thank you so much for taking time out to visit as we go through Baltimore. Now, Baltimore, Maryland is known for many things. It's beautiful harbor. Maryland known for their crabs. Phillips Seafood used to be a staple in Baltimore, Maryland, as well as I mentioned, the harbor and the aquarium. Also, home of the Baltimore Ravens, who many think will soon hug and kiss the Lombardi Trophy. Now, will it be this season? That's yet to be seen. Wes Moore is the governor of Maryland, and he is well aware of the problems and the conditions of Baltimore, Maryland. Brandon Scott is the mayor of Baltimore, who has been, as well as Wes Moore, the governor of Maryland, under fire for the continuous rates of crime, homelessness, and again, poverty. Downtown Baltimore, as I mentioned, overlooking the water, its fancy pubs, its posh hotels are absolutely breathtaking. But unfortunately, there's another side of Baltimore, another side that most people don't see. Now, according to this chart here, and these are trends as of 2024, and it's just a graph of the statistics. Again, you have to keep in mind of the statistics. And you can read those and research those, which I always implore you to do at your convenience. Now, many people, such as this young woman right here, feels as though, yes, there's some riffraff, but for the most part, she feels safe. That's probably because she's in the area near the harbor or Federal Hill or Fells Point. But as you go and in West Baltimore and other areas, you may find visions of street life, boarded up buildings, abandoned buildings, places of worship, others seeking help. Now, this is outside of the Museo Wilderness building, and a little bit of history about that. Color barrier was broken years ago, and it allowed doctors to enter the health field. However, as of 2021, according to different news outlets, and just by looking at the outside of the building, it's in shambles, and it was reported that there was a rodent infestation as well as other unsanitary conditions. This was the home to those seeking assistance for prenatal health and other medical assistance. Mayor Brandon Scott has stood 10 toes down on his statements as it relates to crime in his city. However, as I mentioned, in certain parts, especially West Baltimore, it is not what many would think. Here's a few clips to illustrate some of the things that you may see. Earlier, saw me driving through, so take a little peek at just a quick drive through. Next, another quick video, a short clip. Now, there's a misnomer out there that addiction only comes in one shade. And I've said this many, many times before. Addiction comes in many colors. Now, I am not sure if those gentlemen were undercover. One of them in the hoodie looks as though he may have been. I cannot attest to the accuracy of that opinion or not, but the young lady definitely appeared as though she needed some assistance. Just look at a few more clips of some of the sights you might see if you ever visit Baltimore. Now, as I mentioned, Baltimore, you will see all shades under the rainbow. Next clip. Now, that's actually the guy standing in front of the Maceo Williams building. And on the ground, on the sidewalk, as you can see, is a bottle of sanitizer. And that's what both the young lady and gentleman was using. She was using it on her hair, and he was using it on his skin. Some of these images are difficult to see, but it's important so you will understand the part of Baltimore that really, really needs assistance in the worst way. And it is unclear to me why funds are not appropriated to these areas. Also, in the part of Baltimore, many people don't even think about, don't even realize that exists. More places. And again, we see this all too often, unfortunately. And again, city leaders are well aware of these problems, but for some reason, attention isn't given. There are many people that you hear say in many large cities, in many impoverished cities, there are liquor stores on every corner. If you travel to certain parts of Baltimore, you will definitely, most definitely see liquor stores on every corner. And the irony is, you will find churches on just about every corner with houses of worship. This shouldn't even happen. On many of these streets in West Baltimore and other places in the hood, if you will, in Baltimore, and some not so much in the hood, many homeowners have placed their homes on the market. Unfortunately, they have been there and will probably be there and stay there for a while because of the issues. Again, it's disheartening when you go visit a city. And again, there are certain places in Baltimore which are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But when you see certain things, you tend to get a little bit apprehensive. Which again, I question. Why? With all of the money set aside in the budget, so many vacant and dilapidated buildings still exist in Baltimore, and this isn't new. This is something that has been the same over the years. Some streets you can literally drive down or walk down, and it feels, and I've said this before, just like a scene in the drama that is no longer on air, The Wire. The alleys, the broken glasses, the boarded up buildings. Look of anguish on many of the residents, because I'm sure many pray and have faith that things will change. But without proper funding, without proper facilities, designated specifically for those in need, those that have been identified as high risk, more likely than not, situations won't change. That right there is truly, truly heartbreaking to see a homeless man and his best friend, his dog. It was raining earlier today. Actually, it was raining very hard. I actually had work assignments in Baltimore, and after I finished, I did some filming And that broke my heart. Around the corner near North Penn, where we had the overdose a couple of months ago, there was a gentleman who was almost in a zombie-like state. He had his dog on a leash, and I'm not sure how the leash got out of his hand, but the dog got away. I literally froze when I saw that, and he asked someone if they saw where his dog went, and the young woman said, yes, it looked like it was afraid and it ran down the street. I hope that the dog is safe and back to the owner, and the owner gets the help that it needs. But Governor Moore, you are doing a lot of advocating for illegal immigrants, and I understand that you're an immigrant, you're legal. However, my mom always used to say charity begins at home. There is absolutely nothing wrong with lending assistance to others, but you have people in the state of Maryland, in Baltimore, both Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Salvadorian, and God only knows what else, that are crying out for help. And they're still compelled to live in these conditions which are absolutely not safe. Mayor Brandon Moore, you, sir, and I believe I said Brandon Moore, but I meant to say Brandon Moore than Governor Moore. You resonate, I would believe, more so with these residents because of the closeness and age. You are out there. You see exactly what's going on, but you stand on these stats. Again, driving through today, seeing, and these are just a few photos and few videos. The city needs help. The residents need help. If you look right here, you see an elder. You see a woman and a younger man, all different shades. You can see this in the alley up front. But you know what I didn't really see too much of? Governor Westmore and Mayor Brandon Scott. It's the Baltimore Police Department. The Baltimore Police Department. So again, in summary, Baltimore, Maryland, as of July 1st, 2025, and again, always cross-reference statistics and keep in mind the sources of these statistics. We've been ranked number 4 as it relates to dangerous places to live. Thank you for tuning in to this quick but thorough journey of just a portion of Baltimore, the underserved portion of Baltimore that has been swept under the mat and likely forgotten. Those of you that have been elected to office, you must do better for your constituents. They need a voice. They need assistance. They need for you to stand on what it is you promised during your campaign and now that you're in office. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember, ladies and gentlemen, no city is perfect, but Baltimore has been in trouble for the longest time. And in some areas, you can see where the gentrification process is beginning. And when that happens, where are all of those people going to go? Please, 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 be safe, be well, and know the rest. Until next video, bye-bye for now.
Go if you're staying there. That sucks.